Don't make these observation mistakes in your driving test. So here's the reasons why you could get marked. Let's break them down and see what's happening. So the very first one we see here is observation moving off. So if you've seen any of my content before, you know I use GOSHO. That's gear, observation signal, handbrake, observation. So first, take a look how to do it correctly.
So, GOSHO, G for gear, O for observation, S for signal, H for handbrake, O for observation, and off you go.
Even if you do it correctly like this, there are still a few reasons why you could get marked for observation moving off. So take a look at these two clips here.
So imagine we're ready to go, we do our GOSHO, we go into gear, we do a look around, and we signal to the right, but there's a car coming up the road behind us, and we leave our indicator on as there's a car coming up the road. And another reason we can be getting marked for observation moving off is this. So we're doing GOSHO, gear, observation, I've looked but I haven't seen a car coming. There's a car coming behind me and I pull out in front of them and have to slam on. Or if the car gets too close to me and I've pulled out in front of them and that car has to then slow down. That could be a grade 3. You'd fail your test for that.
If you want to see the full video for GOSHO, click this link above. Next, we're into observation at roundabouts. So in your driving test, the tester could ask you who has right of way at the roundabout, and you would say traffic approaching from the right and traffic already on the roundabout. So step 1 for observation at the roundabout, you have to show the tester you know to look to the right, because traffic coming from the right have right of way. So take a look at these few clips first.
So here we go, we're going to take the first exit to the left. So when you hear left, mirror, signal, position, straight, into second, off the clutch. Now the trick here is a look to the right for observation, but then look here for position, as we said earlier. One more look to the right, where's that white car going? And off you go. Now that would have been too slow for your driving test, but I just wanted to show you observation and position first. So the tester would say you're going straight through second exit, lovely stuff. So I'm going to do my mirrors, no need to signal, I'm in position, into second, off the clutch. Quick look to the right, look here for position, one more look, and then look where you're going, which is very important. Past exit 1, left mirror, left signal, in on the left, and then out for this car.
So there are still a few reasons why you can get marked for observation at roundabouts, and the most common is when people don't turn their head to the right, or they just do a little quick glance like that, and the tester felt it wasn't enough. So take a look at this here.
This is pretty straightforward, and it's pretty, so say I'm taking the first exit to the left and someone just goes like that, or even doesn't do that at all, that would be a mark for observation at the roundabout.
Another reason why you can get marked for observation at a roundabout, if there's a car approaching from the right and we pull out in front of them.
Now again, I've said this a few times now, there's a fine line between observation and right of way. So imagine I'm going to be taking the third exit to the right. Once I hear right, show time, mirror, signal, position, slow, second. Now I can't really do it because it's dangerous. But if I look to the right and there's a car coming and I pull out in front of them, if the tester feels that you didn't see them, that will be a mark for observation. But if the tester has seen that, if the tester thinks that you've seen them and you pulled out in front of them, they will give you a mark for right of way at a roundabout.
So another reason why you get marked for observation on roundabouts happens on mini roundabouts, and in some cases there's no road to the right. So what people tend to do is say, okay, there's no road there, I'm going to look left, and that will be incorrect in your driving test. So take a look at this very important clip here.
Mini roundabout here and there's no road to the right. So what people tend to do here is they look left, but even if there's no road, we still look to the right and keep going. So all around the rules of the roundabouts are the same. Even if there's no road to the right, you still have to show the tester, I know right away at the roundabout, I have to look to the right.
All the videos you see here are from my YouTube membership program. If you join the program, you will receive a mountain of bonus videos, all designed to help you pass the driving test. Next, we can see we're on to observation, turning right. So this causes so much confusion for learner drivers, and the reason why people get marked for this is simply not looking where they're going. So first, take a look at these two clips here, one turning right into a side road and the other turning right at a T-junction.
So we're going to take this right turn here. So remember your mirror, signal, position to the centre line. And we have to be in a straight line up to the turn. Because it's so, there's a car coming, so they go first. So step one, you have to see this car coming first. Step two, I'm looking ahead and to the right. And once I start steering, I'm looking where I'm going. I'm looking this way. So now I'm going to show you examples of observation when we're turning right at a T-junction. So you do your mirror, signal, position over to the line. Straight in line with the line. Has to be straight. Into second, off the clutch. Now this is a nice open junction from this side, but on this side we can't see. So I look right and left, I still can't see. So we peep and creep. Once you know it's safe, look to the right and steer. And because of that car, we're going to go straight past it.
So that's how you would do it correctly. Now take a look at these two clips here to show you the mistakes people normally make. And it's when they don't look where they're going.
So say I've done my mirror signal. I know I'm supposed to be dead straight to the turn. So I've checked, but then they do this. And they're looking this way, going down this way. Really hard to do that. It's so uncomfortable doing that, but a lot of people do that. We talked about this a few minutes ago. So imagine we're driving up. I'm going to come into first here. I can see a car, so I stop. Look right and left. So usually what people do is, they look this way. And they're looking out that window. I found that very uncomfortable. But they look out that window trying to drive down this road. Remember, we have to do the look first. And when it's safe, we go forward and then look where you're going.
Another reason why you could get marked for observation turning right would be, imagine if we're turning right into a side road, there's an oncoming vehicle and we pull out in front of them. So the tester could mark you two ways for that. If the tester felt you didn't see the car, they'd mark you for observation. Or if the tester felt you seen the car and you pulled out in front of them and it was unsafe, the tester would mark you for right of way. In both cases, if that was dangerous, you would fail your test.
There's a car coming, so they go first. So step one, you have to see this car coming first.
Another reason why you could get marked for observation turning right would be, we're turning right into a side road, there's a car parked on the left on the new road, and we tuck in behind it like this. So take a look at this clip here.
So say, for instance, this time I'm going to look where I'm going, but I come in behind this van like this. The tester will think that you didn't see it, and they'll give you a mark for either observation or reaction to hazards.
Another reason why you could get marked for observation turning right would be, imagine we're turning right into a side road, there's a pedestrian crossing the road or there's traffic build up and we start the turn but we had to stop halfway. So take a look, I explained this here in this clip.
So imagine we do our mirror signal, we're in position, but after this car we're going to come back in, we're into second, we're off the clutch. Now imagine if a pedestrian is crossing the road here and we steer, see the pedestrian and have to stop and then go. That will be a grade 3 for observation turning right, because when you look, if it's not safe for you to continue on, you have to stop before you steer.
Other reasons why you could be getting marked for observation turning right is at T-junctions. So imagine we're approaching a T-junction and we don't do adequate observation like this.
So this is extremely built up, but if I done a quick look right and left, I can't really see, and then just keeping on going. Now, if you do that in your driving test, that wouldn't have been enough observation.
Also, another reason you can get marked for observation turning right is, imagine we're approaching a T-junction, we look right and left, there's a car coming from the right and we pull out in front of them. If the tester feels that you didn't see the car, it will be marked for observation. But if you've seen the car and you pulled out in front of the car, the tester will mark you for right of way because he thinks you don't know the rules of the road.
I'm into first, I look right and left. I'm not going to do it, but if there's a car coming and I pull out in front of them, the tester will either mark you for observation because they think you didn't see the car, or if they thought you seen the car, they'd mark you for right of way because it would look like you didn't know the rules of the road.
If you want to see a full video on how to turn right correctly, you can check this video here. Also, if you have your driving test soon, watch all these signs and questions video here. Also, like, subscribe, join the membership for a ton of bonus videos. And I'll see you in the next one.